Hello from the island of Serifos in the Aegean Sea. This is Angelo with your Project Next Accelerator bonus, and this is Digital Growth Masterclass number 14. So, before we go into today's subject, I want you to notice something. Has my voice changed? Of course it has. And it's simply because I'm allowing myself to attune to the vibration of the island. I'm putting myself effortlessly, let's say, on Zen mode. And this is a mode that I choose to be right now, to revitalize my mind and my body and to attune myself to higher ideas. Because this is part of the process. This is like the pit stop in Formula 1. You get a few seconds, or in my case, a few weeks of taking yourself out of the picture and making sense of things, seeing the bigger picture, and then putting yourself into, let's say, the design stage of your next level of your life and business. So, now into today's subject. I want you to notice something. In the background you see many different boats, and every boat has some strengths and some weaknesses. For instance, I always used to be a sailboat guy. I have an open sea sailing license since I was 18, and I was, I loved sailing all around. But in the past few years I have become a rib guy, rigid inflatable boats for those of you who don't know. And I used this rib to come from Athens to Serifos in just a couple of hours. And we made some pit stops in some amazing beaches and so on. Something that you cannot do on a sailboat, or it would take you days, not hours. So, for instance, in that case, the rib, you would say, has a serious advantage against the sailboat. On the flip side, the sailboat is what I say, you are at your destination all the time. You use the sailboat not to get someplace, but because you truly enjoy the peace of, like sailing without hearing anything, and also enjoying really good company. Okay? So, my point is, and I will leave you, with that and that amazing view of Serifos in the morning. We all have some strengths and some weaknesses. And many, like gurus in the past, have been, saying that you should be focusing on your weaknesses and improving your weaknesses every single day. Then, the trend changed and the guru said, you should be focusing on your strengths and capitalizing on that. And I believe that both these models are flawed. You should be focusing both on your strengths and weaknesses if they have to do with what you want to achieve. For example, if you want to have a fitter body and one of your weaknesses is that you're procrastinating on exercising, as Jim Rohn used to say, nobody can do your push-ups for you. So this is your responsibility, even if it is your weakness. What I want to tell you is this, and I want to leave you with this very important message. If one of your weaknesses is something that has to do with where you want to go, with the achievement of your goal, with your next digital product, you should definitely do one of these two things. Number one, improve on that weakness, and number two, delegate as soon as possible, because this will always be like an obstacle to what you want to achieve. So remember, it's not about having strengths and weaknesses. It's that if this strength or weakness has to do with the achievement of my desire, with reaching my destination, with my next digital product launch. So, enough for now, I think. I want to milk the morning time of, the peace and calmness of Serifos, which is quite rare for those of you who know. This island gets really, really windy. And I will see you next week. Ciao, ciao.